Hi, I'm Bianca Gregg and I represent St.Agni Footwear, and I'm here to help you today with the beautiful Hennie slides. I have fractured my finger, so bear with me, and thankfully we will be focusing more on my feet than my hands. So with the Hennie slides, so as we all know, St.Agni is really about capturing that beautiful essence with, the freedom and the relaxed and beautiful nature of the Australian lifestyle. So the Hennie slides are definitely a key element to that, being a new addition to the St.Agni family, which we're really excited about, and that we hope you are too. So firstly I'm going to show you one of the shoes here. So as you all know, this is the Hennie. I have on me the black Hennie rattan slide today. So with this particular piece, just know that the Hennie is slightly more slimly made. So you will note that in comparison to, say for example, your leather styles and the mules, the buntos, the Paris wovens, and any of those styles that are all a different shape. The Hennie is its own shape, particularly due to the nature of the design. So the way that this particular slide is designed is to be a very much more a relaxed fit. So what we've got here, so first we'll probably just go over the basics of the shoe. So you've obviously got the sole, the slimline nature of the slide. You've got the rattan across the width of the foot, and the leather underlining and the trimming as well, just to add that extra comfort to the shoe. So that's also a really good point to say to all of your customers to begin with. Obviously the rattan is a huge trend of the season, and we're seeing that come through so much. So basically what we do want to really push is that beautiful leather lining will be more comfortable than any other rattan material to wear. So with the leather lining being leather, as you know, with all St.Agni leathers, the leather is buttery, beautiful, soft, and it does really mold to the wearer. So you will find this happen with wear with this particular leather, just like you would with your buntos, how that leather does stretch and mold to the wearer. So with that leather trimming as well, this is obviously solid to begin with, and quite stiff because it is fresh. So you do definitely have to break that in and obviously again mold with wear to the particular wearer's foot. Okay, so now we'll go down to my feet and I'll show you a few styling tips on how to wear the Hennie rattan slide, and how we should be advising our customers straight off the bat on exactly how to fit their foot correctly, and really nurturing them so that they do get the right fit in the slide. As once they get it on, they will really love the slide and absolutely enjoy every single moment they have wearing the Hennie. So if we just go down to my feet, so on my left foot, which was your right, I'm wearing a 38 in the black Hennie, and on my right foot, which is your left, I'm wearing a 37. Now what I want to talk about with these two different sizes is I want to explain to you guys how to, size each individual foot, and what I'd recommend for the customers and their particular foot shape, because the whole sell in the Hennie and fitting the customer correctly is going to be entirely based on their foot shape. So basically with the 37 on this foot here, I am going to just advise that normally I would be a 37 in all footwear and all other St.Agni styles. However, with the particular Hennie, knowing that the way that this is more slimlined, I could also go up a size. So I'm just going to explain that with, I believe that that's what you should be advising customers to do straight away. Obviously, each individual foot is going to be different. Some people might have a slimmer foot and might be able to fit their size correctly and be workable, but I'm going to show you the what not to do and what to do so that you can put them in the right size. So this size here, for me, my foot is very wide. As you can see, I have a very high arch, quite a wide foot, normally a 37 top to toe. If I was to push my foot through to the top of this, which is how you're not supposed to wear it, the Hennie is supposed to be a more relaxed fit, as you can see here. Because I have a wide foot, if I was to push my toes all the way through and try and stretch them through, that would then cause this slide to obviously not bend correctly and cut off my toes. So that is not how you're supposed to be wearing this slide. It is supposed to be an easy feel, relaxed fit, able to bend, but not obviously putting the pressure of your foot going all the way through. So if you notice that to start with, if customers are instantly trying to push through, obviously that is going to be tight. That isn't going to bend the way that it was designed to, and that should be more of a relaxed wear, a relaxed feel, enough room around the leather as well to be able to break that in. With wear as well, as you can see here, this leather binding, that will obviously stretch, as well as the binding over the back when it is stretched with wear. So the shoes do really require a break-in period, but for this particular style, for example, me personally, I would go up to the 38 in this to have the more roomy feel with wearing. And to obviously as well, I don't know if you can see this on the video, but with the width of my foot, you might be able to see if we zoom in a bit here, but with the width of my foot, because this is more slim lined, it is more suitable for me to go up to a 38, given that my foot is instantly pressing on either side of the rattan where it is coming out of the shoe, which is again forcing this to be flatter and obviously create less room in the shoe. Now, the way that this shoe is supposed to be worn is to be more roomy. I have more room in the slide, around the foot, around this area, to be able to break it in and soften with wear a lot more easier than this particular size here. So what I would recommend instantly is that for someone who has a wider foot, to go up a size, have that roomy, relaxed feel there, not be trying to absolutely poke their toes through to the front, because that's obviously going to be quite tight across their foot and bend incorrectly, hence why that upper area is made to be more slim and, you know, kind of pointed at the top to obviously encourage it to be more of a relaxed feel and fit. So with that, bearing that in mind, you will then obviously have to wear them in, given the fact that it is leather. So basically with these slides, like any kind of a shoe, you know, any kind of a leather boot or actually any kind of leather in general, obviously the rattan material is made to be durable, leather is made to be soft and buttery. So you have the two kind of contrasts here beautifully to mold into a gorgeous resort shoe. So with this particular style, I would be advising customers instantly, as soon as they go to the Hennie slide, to be able to advise them on how to wear, say, you know, obviously that leather lining that will soften with wear, just like, you know, not dissimilar to if you were to try on a boot that was obviously hard leather on the heel. You know, you've got to go through that break-in period in order for that leather to soften. You know, we don't instantly try on a boot with a heel, you know, that's tied around there and say, well, you know, that's too tight, I'm not going to buy it. We understand naturally that, obviously because we've been trained to, that leather will soften with wear, not dissimilar to the Hennie slide as well. So just noting to advise customers that with, you know, a few weeks of consistent wear, obviously breaking them in, that leather trimming will soften and mold to the wearer. So that is a really, really, really important factor of the Hennie to advise customers, and just working with each individual customer. So making sure if they do have a wider foot, offering them a size up and seeing how that difference is. My suggestion there for a sales tip would to be go, hey, cool, let's put on the 30, you know, say you're 37, let's put on a 37 on one foot, let's put on a 38 and walk around and see the difference in the feel with how it's supposed to feel more relaxed, so that you can wear it, you know, with a little bit roomier to begin with if they don't want to break it in as such. But I definitely believe that you will see such success in this style. We have had such great interest in the product. Rattan is obviously a huge global trend at present, and just pushing as well that customer, that if they are looking for that resort relaxed lifestyle feel, the Hennie is definitely the slide to go. If they are looking for a more leather based shoe, you know, perhaps put them into some of the other styles that St.Agni offers as well, but definitely cater to that customer appropriately. And just knowing, like with anything, with, you know, swimwear, apparel, everything, every single style isn't going to suit every single body shape, figure, foot shape. So it's really about nurturing that consumer that you've got in the store with you and catering to them and providing them an experience with the Hennie, and I guarantee you they'll walk away really happy with the product. I also did just want to point out that have a play with them in store and really get to understand the style for yourself, because obviously authenticity is the biggest way of you know, connecting with customers and gaining their trust and being able to educate them personally. So for example, definitely like try the styles on, try on your size. If that size, if you do have a wider foot, thinner foot, however that's going to work for you, try a different size, try them on either foot, play around with them, have a walk around the store, see how they feel. Also, if you're happy to, you know, have a staff pair, wear a pair for yourself, be able to show that customer, like I can with my own personal pair, and how the St.Agni team and I are able to understand the time period that they do take to break in. And obviously, you know, proof is in the pudding. If you can show customers when you're working around in store of your particular style and how much that has softened your foot over, you know, a few weeks of consistent wear, that's amazing to be able to show them. But I also just wanted to point out that with my particular size here, obviously I could absolutely go 37 if I wore it correctly and wore it more relaxed and I wasn't pushing my toe through. So I could go either way. So it just depends on whether, you know, that customer, it depends on the width of their foot, what they're comfortable with. I could go either size here, depends on how I want to wear it to begin with. If I am pushing my toes through, that size isn't going to work. If I'm understanding that it is a relaxed feel, that's how it's supposed to be worn, it isn't supposed to cut off your toes, then I can absolutely go this size, or I could also go a 38 with that wear as well. So I just want to make sure that it's really apparent to everyone that this particular style is supposed to be worn relaxed. That's how it's supposed to bend. You're not supposed to be bending the rattan heavily. You don't naturally do that when you wear the shoe anyway. It should just be worn very relaxed, like a casual slide is supposed to be. So we just wanted to also note that the rattan slide in this area, if the customer's trying that on and that is bending, that isn't the right size for them. So definitely advise to go up a size straight away if that is occurring. And also, I guess, you know, telling that customer that will take some time to wear in and enjoy it over summer. Like most of our customers are wearing this, you know, to the beach, to cafes, you know, they're not walking, you know, 20, 30 Ks in them. They're definitely for that more luxury lifestyle feel. So I think as well, if the customers have that in mind when they're trying it on, it's all about creating, I guess, the experience behind the product too, so that they can have a greater understanding and further knowledge with how to wear that. But yeah, so thank you guys so much, and good luck with selling the Hennies. We're gonna have a lot more social media posts, a lot more pushes coming through, so you will see a lot of customers coming your way, and yeah, really looking for the product. Thank you so much again, and happy selling!